Welcome to Day 5 of the Race to World First through the Liberation of Undermine. I'm your chauffeur Sean, and this is RaiderIO's Race to World First Daily Recap. First and foremost, everyone here at RaiderIO would like to wish women everywhere a very happy International Women's Day. We have some bad news. Our EU guild started Day 5 the same way they ended Day 4, with splits. Echo and Method clearly had some last-minute cleaning up to do on their split duty list. After 48 normal splits, 16 heroics, and 20 Galliwix kills, Method finally did the thing and headed into Mythic Liberation of Undermine.
We have it on good authority that they are now going on Mythic.
Excitedly watching and waiting for a possible world-first Stix Bunkjunker, the team decided to pause their Mythic journey after killing Vexy and Cauldron to do Mythic Plus. We're not positive Mythic Plus spam is how Quep wanted to spend his birthday, but we're hoping he had a good one regardless. That cake looks incredible, if nothing else.
Yep, so that is us done in terms of our normal modes and our heroic modes. We are not entering this instance ever again.
Echo finished up all their splits after lunch and opted for some Mythic Plus as well. It seems that even with their numerous splits, the RNG gods were none too kind to the Echo Raiders. Thankfully, we were treated to some more Mythic progress when the unhealthy homeless men took down Vexy and the Cauldron and began their prog on Rick. After fretting all morning that Roger Brown would not actually bring the team to Mythic as he promised, we all got the message we were waiting for.
But now, we are actually ready to enter into the Mythic raid.
As expected, the team made quick work of Vexy and Cauldron and moved on to Lock and Stock. In fact, they even briefly went dark for the first time in this race. We weren't left in the dark for very long before Echo drew back the curtains once again and let us see them working on the curious conveyor boss. Just when we were recovering from that whiplash, Scribe caught us off guard again by calling for an end to Mythic Prog in favor of...
Okay, let's go Plus, I guess, yeah?
Never fear though, because our Sharky pals were here. Having finished their own splits, Fat Shark Yes jumped into Mythic for the first time this reset and made pretty quick work of the first few bosses. Although their Cauldron of Carnage kill was certainly a nail-biter, the Sharks will likely return to Mythic quickly, and we're certain a Rick kill is in their immediate future. Echo ultimately did give us what we really wanted though, coming back to ruin Rick Reverb's day with a very fast World 3rd kill after only 3 pulls. Will they resume their Lock and Stock progression today, or give us more Mythic Plus POVs instead? Maybe a bit of both. As North American teams logged on yesterday, they started in on also Mythic Plus. And yeah, a few more splits. We know Mythic Plus is important, but this PSA from Echo's casters was a welcome reminder as we settled in for another day of watching some decidedly not Mythic raiding gameplay.
Say that you did go and do a bunch of Mythic Plus and you got every single slot at that Mythic Plus item level. You'll be able to get all of your raid gear up to that level and then spend the rest of those crests, those unrenewable resource crests, on pushing it a little bit further.
With splits and keys apparently still on the menu for all the top teams, casters and production alike worked to keep their focus and look ahead to Stix Bunkjunker and Sprocketmonger Dockenlock. What's his name?
Rickenmonger
Drocketmonger Lock and Stock.
Wockensonker
Cocketmonger Jockenlock.
Brocketmonger Mockin' Block.
Tucketmonger Flog and Stock.
Brocketmonger Cock and Rock.
Foray into Mythic Plus by Liquid and later in the day Instant Dollars did help both teams find some of the gear they needed to start on Stix, who has proven to be a far more challenging boss than pretty much everyone expected.
I'm going to hopefully guess that we are on One-Arm Bandit at some point tonight, but I mean, it might be wishful thinking.
If Sprocketmonger and Stix don't die today, we should rebook our flights.
Liquid got to work on the boss in the early afternoon and made a number of interesting composition swaps in order to address the unique challenges of the unusual and yet somehow strangely familiar boss mechanics. Are more grips helpful? Are monks the elite healers for this flaming garbage pile boss arena? Will 3 boomkins prove to be enough? For some time, Liquid and Instant Dollars went head-to-head with pulls, matching pull counts partway through the evening. Liquid's comp, and maybe this very clever weak aura, helped them find numerous new bests, while Instant Dollars ended up admitting that they needed to make some compositional changes to further their own progress.
We don't have all the moonkins right now. It'll be easier tomorrow.
They should have additional moon firepower today to help their cause. After meeting Stix and Rage Timer several times, Liquid did consider making more comp changes, including 3 healing. Throwing another DPS in the mix netted them a new best pull of 11%, but ultimately, the Liquid Raiders went to bed unsuccessful. The team seemed quite confident that they had the kill in the bag though, and Max confirmed that he felt they'd made the right call by continuing to work on Stix despite his unexpected difficulty.
We know that we could have went and gone and done Sprockamonger, but it didn't make sense from our perspective. Like, let's say we didn't kill Sprockamonger tonight and we swapped to it, then what we would have done is actually during EU sleeping, we would have went and fully figured out 2 bosses without killing them and allowed them to wake up, pick the easiest one, and then have like just a road to the end. Like,
while much of the evening's focus remained on Trash King Stix Bunkjunker, a handful of teams continued to bring Rick's party to a screeching halt, landing near the top of the leaderboard as they did so. Rain, Blur, and Infernum passed Unwealthy Homeless Men and Consequence in progress on the boss. Though we did see some more splits and Mythic Plus yesterday, we also saw some real live Mythic progression. The race is on, with top guilds divided between progressing Lock and Stock and Bunkjunker. Which boss is easier? Which team moves on first? And where will they go next? Keep your eyes glued to our 24/7 live coverage at raider.io/RWF, and don't forget to find me back here tomorrow for another RaiderIO Race to World First Daily Recap.